Part 5. This is part 5. Yeah, well, when Carson started the Tonight Show in 1962 as the host, it was an hour and 45 minutes, and they cut it to an hour and a half.
Right.
And then in the early 70s, they developed Tomorrow, where Tom Snyder was the host.
Right.
And Johnny would go from 11:30 to 1, and then Snyder would do 1 to 2.
Right.
And then when Carson shrunk it to an hour, they expanded Snyder a half hour, and then pretty much that bit the dust.
Right.
And then they shoved Snyder out. They put Letterman in.
Yep.
And that's how it's pretty much been ever since.
Yeah, Letterman got his start
On the Tonight Show.
filling in on the Tonight Show.
Yeah, Letterman was the guest host.
Yeah.
And then did the morning show at NBC. That got canceled. He went back to California, did Carson for a few more times, and then we got the 12:30 show.
Yep. Yep, Letterman was good.
Letterman was great.
And then, let's see, then Leno eventually took over.
Leno became the guest host for Carson in the late 80s, and then that pretty much started the Late Night War. If you really want to think about it, the whole Late Night War gets started. Blame Joan Rivers. She started it.
Oh, did she? I didn't know that.
Joan Rivers was the guest host for Carson. And when Fox got started, she walked off to go do the deal at Fox.
Right. I remember when she started her own show.
And I've seen it. It's...
Yeah. But, I mean, the Late Night Wars was...
Leno and Letterman.
Yeah. Leno, Letterman, and...
Arsenio
Hall. Yeah, Arsenio was in there. Arsenio was the big loser in that war. But
I've always thought this, and this thought's always come to my mind. And Letterman got in the Tonight Show. Is the Late Night War Letterman versus Arsenio for the 90s?
Say it again.
Say Johnny Carson retires.
Yep.
Letterman succeeds Carson.
Right.
Is your Late Night War Arsenio versus David Letterman for the rest of the 90s? From 92 on? Because if say you're CBS,
you don't think Leno would have gotten another shot?
Let's say Leno goes to CBS or something,
right?
And tanks,
right?
Leno's career's over. He's a comedian for the rest of his life,
right?
You got Arsenio mostly on Fox affiliates, ABC affiliates, and your CBS affiliates, versus the NBC monolith of the Tonight Show.
I don't know. Reasonably good question. I mean, there's been books written about
not the what if part, but the Late Night War. Bill Carter's wrote those books, but there's the what if part that I always kind of like.
And Arsenio, while they did have good stuff, he wound up losing the ratings.
Diluted the market. Everybody, Letterman went to CBS. That pretty much doomed Arsenio. He was doomed.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, it was.
And I honestly thought when Arsenio came back, I honestly thought he was going to do well.
Yeah, there was room for 2 late night shows, but not 3.
You could do a third late night show. Jimmy Kimmel proved the third late night show works.
Yes, but that was later. At that time,
nobody really knew what to do.
Yeah.
Everybody was telling Letterman, you can't go create another show at CBS.
All those of us in the rural areas, we only had 3 channels. Or usually we could only get 2. But
Cry me a river.
All the kids that lived in town, could get all these channels because they had cable.
Yes. I grew up with cable TV.
I grew up on antenna.
My grandmother and my uncle, when they lived in Oklahoma, I grew up on antenna.
KTUL, ABC, out of
Tulsa. Channel 8.
Yeah, that was our best. We could always get that. It was always clear, always really good. Sometimes we get Channel 5, that was NBC, out of Fort Smith, but that was iffy.
Yeah.
Depending on the weather. CBS, every once in a great while you could pull CBS Channel 11 out of Little Rock, but that was just only if the pixie dust was right in the air.
Pixie dust? Oh, yeah.